Yeah, hello everyone, good morning. And welcome to this session, friends. This is a session on cloud computing. This is a very basic demo session on cloud computing today. Okay, so we'll try to see what is cloud computing and what are the things we need to learn cloud computing and what are the job opportunities we have after learning this cloud computing. Okay, and before I start the session, I just want to tell you something. So this session is actually recorded. Not only this session, when you join the course, actually each and every session is a recorded session and the recordings will be provided to you. Starting 2-3 sessions will be available on YouTube, but the other sessions will be provided only to the people who join this course. Okay, that is one thing. And the other thing is to make this session more, interesting, let us keep this session more interactive. So whenever you have any questions, whenever you have any doubts, or if you want to say something, please try to use the chat box. The chat box is available there. I'm already getting some messages in chat box. I'll just say hi there. So just try to use the chat box and send your queries in the chat box. I'm not saying you cannot talk here or you cannot speak here. You can do that, but it is better in the middle of the session if you can use the chat box and we can interact through this chat box. At the end of the course or at the end of the class, actually, if you want to say something, then it is more than welcome. But at least in the middle of the session, try to use your chat box as much as possible and try to keep the session as interactive as possible. Okay, done. Okay, so let us set the agenda for today. What exactly we are going to discuss today. The first thing is obviously we will see what is cloud computing. That is the main question we need to address today. The second thing is who can learn cloud computing. That is the second question. And the third question I can add here is jobs. So whenever you're learning some technology or whenever you're learning some course, you're learning this course to get a good job or to make a good career there, right? So let us see what jobs are available and where jobs are available, what packages are available on these things. But let us start our session by what is this cloud computing question? Okay. See, cloud computing is not the new technology in a way. Cloud computing is there for many decades now. That in last 4 years or 5 years, cloud computing became more famous. There are certain reasons why cloud computing became more famous in last 4 or 5 years. Okay, we'll come to those reasons and all those things. But as of now, we are in 2022. Cloud computing is one of the highly paid jobs. One of the most demanding jobs all over the globe are on cloud computing. Not only 2022, if you go back to like 2019, 2018, 2017, just go and check the surveys of last 4 years, 5 years, and 6 years. One of the job or one of the career path you will see in every survey is about cloud computing. Every year at the end of the year or at the beginning of the year, they will say like, okay, this can be the trend in the next year. There can be more jobs available on this particular technology. There can be more jobs available on this particular path. So cloud computing is one thing that is included in last 5 to 6 years in every survey. And I can say with 100% guarantee, cloud computing will be in more demand in many more years to come. But why so? That is what we need to understand. Now, cloud computing is actually, like I said, it is not a new technology. Cloud computing is something that is related to our computer networks. Cloud computing is directly related to our computer network. So what is computer network? That we will understand first. Then it will be very, very easy for us to understand cloud computing, my friend. Now, what you see on your screen is actually a computer network. Now, there are two types of computer networks we have. One is the internet, another one is your intranet. What is the difference between internet and intranet? Internet is for everyone. You can connect to internet, I can connect to internet. There are no restrictions there, right? We just need to have a device and we just need to have the internet connection. Then you can access YouTube, I can access YouTube. You can access Gmail, I can access Gmail. You can access like flipkart.com, I can access Flipkart. So there are no restrictions over the internet. Any person can connect to internet by just using a mobile phone or a laptop or a desktop and by having a internet connection. That is internet, that is a computer network. Any person from anywhere can connect to the internet. Now, there is one more network we have here that is called intranet. One is internet, another one is intranet. So what is intranet here? Intranet is actually our company's network. Intranet is what? Intranet is our company's network. So whatever we have in a company, whatever devices we have in a company, that comes under intranet. Like, if you go to any branch, maybe you have visited some bank anytime before in your life, for sure, right? To deposit some money or to withdraw some money or to make an account and all those things. So once you visit a bank, a branch of a bank, actually, what you see in that branch, there are some people working on computers, right? So all these people are connected to actually a server. All these people are connected to server. Okay, so that server is only for that particular branch, or that server is only for that particular company. Let us say you are visiting SBI. So that particular branch is only for like SBI. The server which is there in that particular branch is only for the SBI users. As a normal user or as an outsider, I cannot access the server which is there in SBI branch. So intranet is a computer network which is there only for that particular company. Got it? So this is your intranet. Intranet is something which is there only for your company. Internet is for all and intranet is only for a particular company. So whether it is internet or whether it is intranet, my friend, the computer network is same. I repeat, whether it is internet or whether it is intranet, the computer network is same. We have some devices in computer network, like there are some routers, there are some switches, there are some firewalls, and the most important device we have in a computer network is actually a firewall. What is the most important device? The most important device we have in a computer network is, sorry, it is not firewall. The most important device we have in a computer network is actually server. I'll come again. Go to any computer network, whether it is internet or whether it is your intranet. This is our intranet, right, within the company. So go to any computer network, whether it is internet or intranet, the most important device we have is a server. Now, besides server, we have some other devices, like there is a firewall. Firewall is a device that is there to protect your network. Firewall is a device that will protect your network from unauthorized access. There is a router here. Router is a device that will make communication between your branch and the other branch. Like suppose you are working in a company that has multiple branches located in multiple locations. So how to make communication between all these branches? There should be a router in your branch. That router will make communication between your branch and the other branch. Or I can say router is a device that will make communication between your intranet and internet. So whatever, to make communication between two devices, we have to go with a router. Then there is one more device here called switch. We can say clearly, switch is used to connect all the devices. A router is connected to switch, a server is connected to switch, a laptop, a computer, a printer, everything is connected to switch. So these are the three devices we have here. And we know what is the use of desktop machine and we know what is the use of laptop. So these are some of the devices we have in a computer network. But like I said, the most important device that we have in a computer network is actually our server. If you go to internet, servers will be there. If you are within a company, servers will be there. Whenever you access anything over the internet, you are connected to some server. Like for example, you said gmail.com, you are accessing your emails there. So once you say www.gmail.com, you are connected to the Gmail server. Once you say www.facebook.com, you are connected to the Facebook server. Once you say youtube.com, you are connected to the YouTube server. So whole computer network is designed around your server. See, if there are no servers available, then these firewalls and routers and switches, they are not much in use actually. Firewall is protecting your network from hackers. Firewall is majorly protecting your servers actually. These are the people, these are the computers here, and people are sitting on these computers. They are working. When they work on their computers, they will make some documents, they do some work, right? So where the documents will be saved, the documents will be saved inside this server actually. They are not saving anything in their computer. They are saving everything in server. So server is indeed the most important device we have in our computer network. Whether it is internet or whether it is intranet, this is the most important device. Now, to understand cloud computing in the best way possible, what we need to do here is we need to understand about this servers a bit more. So let us try to understand what are the different types of servers we have and why it is so important for us to understand about servers, to understand cloud computing, or to understand the concept of computer networks. Okay. Again, before I proceed, let me just remind you again, the chat box is always open. So whenever you have any doubts, whenever you have any questions, feel free to raise your questions in the chat box. It will be very easy for me to address each and every question. Okay. And at the end of the session, if you want to talk to me directly, then it is more than welcome. We can talk to each other at the end of the class. Okay, fine. Now, this is the same computer network I am using here. I'll just remove one device here so that I'll get more space here. Okay, fine. So this is still a very good computer network, and we can see there are many devices there like router, firewall, switch, computers, printers, as well as this server. Now, what is a server? Let us see what is a server now. You know, whenever you talk about a server, some people say like server is a machine and some people say like server is your operating system. So which one is correct answer? Server, is it a machine, or server, is it an operating system? Actually, the answer is server is a machine with an operating system. Server is a hardware machine like your computer, laptop, mobile phone. These are your hardware machines, right? So server is a hardware machine with a operating system. Okay, now see. In this server machine, there is a server operating system running. Okay, now before we go to the operating system, let us see a bit more about the server machine. When I say server machine, I'm talking about the server hardware actually. See, when you see your computer or a laptop, what are the major hardware components we have in a computer or a laptop? I can say CPU is one thing, RAM, storage, that is your hard disk. Okay, then we have like motherboard. Then there is something called NIC card. These are the most common components we have in every laptop and every desktop machine. Can we see a laptop or a desktop without a hard disk? Can we use a laptop or a desktop without a RAM? Is it possible to use a laptop or a desktop without CPU? Literally not possible, right? These are the major components we have in a computer or maybe a laptop. Now, when you go to server, in server also we have CPU, that is your processor. It can be i3, i7, i5, whatever. So we have a processor, then we have a RAM, then we have a hard disk, then we have a motherboard, then we have the NIC card. So in our server also the same hardware components will be available. I can say at least the names will be same. But the difference between a computer CPU and the server CPU is server CPU is much more faster than computer CPU. The difference between a computer hard disk and a server hard disk is computer hard disk is limited. How much hard disk we can take in a computer or a laptop? 1 TB, 2 TB, 4 TB, right? Have you ever seen a computer or a laptop with more than 4 TB hard disk? Maybe no. But coming to server here, my friends, server is a machine where there can be 10 TB hard disk, 100 TB hard disk, 1000 TB hard disk, 5000 TB hard disk, 10,000 TB hard disk. So the major difference between the computer hardware and the server hardware is, one is server hardware is much more faster than computer hardware. And the second difference is server hardware, server storage is much bigger. Server storage is much bigger than the computer storage. So these are the two major differences we have in a computer and a server hardware. So the first thing we need to address here is server is actually a hardware machine. Like your computer, server is your hardware machine. Done. Now the difference here is the pricing. Like for example, if you go and purchase a laptop, let us say the laptop configuration is like this. Laptop has, let us say, i7 processor, 2 TB hard disk, and let us say 16 GB RAM. These are the three major components, right? Processor, hard disk, and RAM. So if you want to purchase a laptop with i7 processor, 2 TB hard disk, and 16 GB RAM, this laptop may cost you around $1,000. That is approximately 75 to 80,000 rupees. So if you take i7 processor, 2 TB hard disk, and 16 GB RAM, you know, this is considered as a very, very good laptop with excellent configuration. But it will cost you how much? 70 to 75,000 Indian rupees. That is some money, right? $1,000 means approximately 75,000 Indian rupees. Now listen, my friend. When you go and purchase a server will come with different configurations. Different configurations in the sense, let us imagine there is a server with 4 CPUs. There are 4 processors in this server, not one. In your laptop or a desktop, there is only one processor, that is enough. But in a server, how many processors are there? There are totally 4 processors. Hard disk, let us say 100 TB hard disk. That is some capacity, right? 100 TB is some capacity. Coming to RAM, let us see, we have 128 GB RAM. So if you take a server with this configuration, 4 processors, 100 TB hard disk, and 120 GB RAM, 128 GB RAM, then you know how much we need to spend? We need to spend around $5,000. That much money we have to spend. $5,000 we have to spend. Our company have to spend $5,000. $5,000 will be approximately 4 lakh Indian rupees. Now, this is a very, very important point we need to understand, friends. So please listen carefully. We are simply comparing a laptop with our server, or we can say desktop with our server. Machines are same in the sense, you know, the hardware components are same. But what is the difference here? The capacity in a server is more and the speed in a server is more. So if it is more in capacity and if it is more in the speed, then obviously the company have to spend more money. The user have to spend more money to take a server. Got it? So $5,000 means approximately 4 lakh Indian rupees. This is a rough figure. It is a rough number. It is not like every server is in 4 lakh rupees. Some servers can come in like 1,50,000 rupees and some server can get in like 20 lakh rupees. It depends on the server configuration, my friend. The pricing will increase and decrease. But compared to our laptop or a desktop, server is a machine that will come in very high price. Okay, so why this much is needed? Why 4 processors are needed? Why 100 TB hard disk is needed? Why 128 GB RAM is needed? That is one question we need to see now. Now, why 100 TB hard disk is needed? The reason is all these users, they are saving data in this server, right? Maybe imagine there are 3,000 people working in a company. So this 3,000 people are saving data in server. So obviously there should be more storage in our server. Got it? There should be more storage. So when these 3,000 people are connected to this server, there should be more processing power. The server should handle 3,000 connections at the same time. So there should be more processing power. So these are some of the reasons why we have to take more hardware configuration in a server. So a server will cost us around $5,000. Okay, fine. Now we know what is a hardware server now, and we know the cost of the server. Now let us move and let us see some other things. You know, there are thousands and lakhs of companies all over the globe. Like if you go with a city like Hyderabad, which is in India, like, you know, in this city like Hyderabad, there are some thousands of companies we have, thousands of MNCs we have. Whatever MNCs are there all over the globe, most of the MNCs are present in Hyderabad city, like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Facebook, Cisco, HP, IBM, whatever company, you know, that is available in our city, in this Hyderabad city, or in the same way it is available in Bangalore also. Okay. Now, if you go to a company, how many servers they need in a company? If you say one server is sufficient to run a network, then you know, there is no company on the face of the earth where one server is sufficient. No way possible, my friend. Maybe the company is a very small company where there are 150 people working. So in that company also, one single server is not at all sufficient. You need to have some 15 to like 20 servers. In the smallest company also, we need to have 15 to 20 server. Once you go to like medium level company, let us say servers will be between 80 to like say 200. If you go with a bigger company, the servers can be 300 or it can be up to like 2000 or maybe like more than 2000. So this many servers we need in our company, my friend. This many servers we need in our network. Smallest company, 15, 20 servers, 30 servers. Medium level company, 80, 90, 100, 200 servers. Big companies, we have like some hundreds and thousands of servers. Now, what you came to know about this now? Once you see how many servers are needed, you can see one thing clearly, and that is, if you're taking more servers, that means you have to pay more money. This is as simple as this. Suppose, for example, let us take a simple scenario here. Suppose in your company, let us imagine you need totally 100 servers. And 100 server, and suppose each server is costing us approximately $5,000. So 100 multiplied by 5,000 will be how much? $500,000, right? That is $5 lakh. That means the company have to spend $5 lakh to purchase how many servers? To purchase 100 servers. And by the way, this is not a big company, my friend. 100 servers is not a big company. It is around medium level company. And if you say like in medium level, if there are three categories, small, medium, medium, and large medium, for example, like this, it is like somewhere in small, medium or medium. It is not a bigger company in medium also. 100 server is not a big deal in companies. Many companies, they need, like I said you, more than 200, 300, 500 servers. But whatever. In our example, we says they need 100 servers. So let us calculate now how much money they will spend in Indian rupees. 500,000 multiplied by how much? Let us say 77 rupees. See, approximately a company have to spend 4 crore Indian rupees to purchase 100 physical servers. Now, this is not the less price, right? This is not a easy number to get. 4 crore Indian rupees for any company, for any business is some money, right? And especially when they're starting the business. If a company is starting the business and they say like they need 100 servers to run the business, so they need to spend around 4 crore Indian rupees just to bring the 100 servers, my friend. So that is a huge investment. Now then they need to bring the machines like firewalls and routers and switches. So they need to spend more and more money. So the bottom line here is the hardware is very costly. Especially the servers are very, very costly. So if you want to take 100 physical servers, then we have to spend approximately 4 crore rupees. It can be more also. Why it can be more? Because if you take the configuration, if you take the more configuration, then the server price will increase. So this is one major point we need to understand. I hope it is clear now. Server is a machine, server is a hardware machine, and this server hardware machine will cost a company a lot of money. Done? Now, let us see the other server that we have. The other server that we have here is called server operating system. One is a server machine and other one is a server operating system. See, we know what is server hardware now. Very clear. Other one is server operating system. Is it possible to use a computer or a laptop without an operating system? Answer is no. Is it possible to use our mobile phone without an operating system? Answer is no. These are the devices, they need the operating system, right? What is there in our mobile phone? Android is there or iOS is there. What is there in our laptop or desktop? Windows 8, Windows 10 or Windows 11. So there are different types of operating systems available. So in our server machine, my friend, we have an operating system called server operating system. And what is a server operating system, or who is providing that server operating system? There are two major companies, they are providing server OS. One is called Windows Server Operating System, that is from Microsoft, and another one is Linux Server Operating System. Got it? One is your Windows Server Operating System and another one is Linux Server Operating System. These are the two I can say 90 to 95% companies or 90 to 95% servers all over the globe, whether it is internet or intranet, they are using Windows servers or Linux servers. So first we need to bring the server hardware, and then we need to bring the server operating system. Okay, from where we can bring the server hardware? So when you see your laptop, you may see a Dell laptop, HP laptop, IBM, Toshiba, Lenovo. These are the companies you see normally, right? With your friends or anyone. The same companies are manufacturing your servers. We will see HP server, Dell server, IBM server, Lenovo server, Toshiba server, the same companies. Okay. So we have to take the server operating system from one company, that is Windows or Linux, and then we have to take server hardware from some other company like HP, IBM, Dell, Toshiba, all those things. So after taking server hardware and after taking server operating system, now we can install some application. We can install and configure some applications here. The whole concept of taking a server machine with a server operating system is to run some application on it. Now, what is an application? Application means anything that you connect over the internet. Like you say www. Let's say flipkart.com. That is a web server, or that is a application server. What you do at that particular flipkart.com, you do some shopping and all those things, right? So where is that Flipkart running actually? So once you say Flipkart, that is your application that is running on a server operating system, and that server operating system is running on server hardware. Suppose you say www.gmail.com, you are connected to the Gmail application. So where is the Gmail application running? It is running on a server operating system, and that server operating system is running on a server hardware. Suppose you say www.facebook.com, where is that Facebook application running? It is running on a server operating system and on a server hardware. So the conclusion here is we are taking server hardware and we are taking server operating system to run applications. Applications can be a web server, an email server, a banking server, or an email application, banking application, okay, web applications, gaming applications, okay, any application related to your university, any application related to some hospital. So whatever applications you have in your mobile phone or whatever websites you can connect over the internet, each and everything comes under application, and these applications are running in a server operating system, and this server operating system is running on the server hardware. This is the whole story of a server, my friend. This is the whole story. See, till now, how many servers we have connected in our life when we use internet? Okay, forget about life. It's too much. Till now, in last 3 days, let us say Monday, Tuesday, today is Wednesday. In last 3 days, how many websites we have visited over the internet? How many applications we have used in our mobile phone? How many games we have played within our mobile phone? How many videos we have watched on YouTube, or how many movies we have watched somewhere on Netflix and wherever? Or how much shopping you have done on the you have done online? That means whenever you do anything of this, you are connected to that particular application. That application is running on a server hardware, and this that application is running on a server operating system, and that server operating system is running on server hardware. So we have to pay approximately, let us say, $5,000 on the server hardware. Then we have to pay around $1,000 for the operating system. Then we are running the application. So it is the way things are working. Now please take your time, just take 30 seconds just to try to revise everything, whatever I said. There are 3 stages. First, take the server hardware, take the server operating system, then run the application. This is your intranet, that is within the company, and the same is over the internet, that is your public network. So these are the 3 different layers we need to understand. So please take 30 seconds. If you have any doubts, we will see, or else we can see the other option that is available. Okay, fine. So I hope everything is clear. Let us move and let us see some other things now. So we have taken the physical server here, right? Whatever we said till now, we have taken physical server. So when you take a physical server, it will cost you a lot of money. That is the main problem. But when you go back to like 1960s and 1970s, for last 40, 50, 60 years, this is the process we are following. We are taking a server hardware, we are taking the server operating system, and we are running the applications. But you know, because of cloud computing, my friend, you know what is the advantage in cloud computing? Because of cloud computing, there is no need for us to take physical servers. There is no need for us to go with a server operating system. We can simply run our applications here. Now, how that is possible? I'm saying there is no need for us to take a server operating system within the company, and there is no need to take server hardware within the company. We can still run our applications. We can still run our web server, email server, file server, database server, each and everything. So how that is possible? You know what happens in cloud computing? In cloud computing, there are some cloud computing providers like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Cisco, HP, IBM, Citrix, Salesforce, whatever big company you know, I can add that big company here actually. So if I say Amazon, Microsoft, and Google, these are the three companies that are providing cloud computing. That is more than enough for you to know like how big is cloud computing, right? Because there is no bigger company than Amazon, Microsoft, and Google on the face of the earth. Do you know any company that you feel like is bigger than this Microsoft, Amazon, Microsoft, or Google as of now? No. So these companies are providing cloud computing. You know what they are saying? They are saying, listen, why you're taking a server in your company? Why you're taking 100 servers? No need to take 100 servers. Why you're taking server operating system? No need to take server operating system. Why you're wasting money on this server hardware and server operating system? You can do one thing. What you can do? You can come to our data centers. Amazon is saying, listen, we have huge data center. See, what you see here is the data center that is there somewhere in Amazon company. See, this is a huge data center, my friend. This is actually called as a rack. This is one rack here. Okay. And in one rack, we have many servers connected, and this is only one row here. So how many rows are there? There are many rows within this company, actually within this data center. So this is the data center which is managed by the Amazon company. So like this, Microsoft people are managing their own data centers. Google people have their own data centers. IBM, HP, all these companies, they have their own data centers. So what these companies are saying, listen, come to us. We have the data center. We can provide you everything. Whatever you need, we will provide you everything. Whatever you need means, if you need servers, we'll provide you servers. If you need storage, we'll provide you storage. If you need database, we'll provide you the complete database. If you need routers and firewalls, we'll provide you complete routers and firewalls. So instead of bringing all the devices in your company, just take a normal internet connection and connect to our data center and create your own virtual server, create your own virtual router, create your own virtual firewall, take storage how much you need. So you can make your whole network on our data center. The difference here is, this is the data center which we have in our company. This is a physical data center. But once you move into cloud, this data center is actually called as virtual data center. So we have a server here. This is one server. This is one server. All these are servers here. But these servers are under whose control? Who is controlling all these servers? Amazon people are controlling these servers because this is the data center that belongs to Amazon. So they are controlling this data center. So they are saying, we have huge data centers available at our location. You just come to our data center, use the resources, whatever you need, and pay according to your usage. Means, suppose if you go with like 100 servers, you are paying how much money for 100 servers? 4 CR, right? 4 crore Indian rupees. Suppose over the cloud, if you need 100 servers, you know, on day one, how much we need to pay? Zero. This much amount we need to pay on day one. I repeat again, if you want to establish your own company network, the physical network, on day one, we need to bring 100 servers and we need to pay 4 crore rupees per 100 server. That is some money. But if you go with the cloud computing, if you go with the cloud provider, then you know what cloud providers will do? They will say, come use our servers. Then after using the server, you can pay some money. Every month you can pay this much money. Every 6 months you can pay this much money. You know, my friend, this is a huge relief actually. This is an excellent option companies can get. So instead of spending 4 crore rupees on day one, okay, suppose they have spent 4 crore rupees. Then what are the different things they need to maintain here? The first thing they need to maintain is the hardware. They need to maintain complete hardware. They need to maintain backup. They need to maintain power supply. Okay. They need to maintain the AC. The cooling system should be there. Okay. They need to upgrade. They need to upgrade the hardware as well as they need to upgrade the operating system. They need to troubleshoot. All these things they need to do. It's not like on day one you are spending 4 crore rupees, so done. This is done forever. No, you are spending 4 crore rupees, but again we need to maintain each and everything. We need to maintain the hardware. We need to maintain the database. We need to maintain the backups, the power supply, each and everything we need to maintain. But if you go with your cloud provider, you're not maintaining the hardware. You're not upgrading the hardware. You're not, troubleshooting anything in hardware. You're not maintaining the backup. You're not maintaining the power supply. You're not maintaining the AC. Who is maintaining all these things? The cloud provider is maintaining. Amazon, Microsoft, Google, these companies are maintaining. What we do here, we simply create a server. We simply create a virtual server over the cloud, and we are running our applications on that particular virtual server. So day one, you're not spending any money. Day two, you're not spending any money. Maybe after 1 month, you will get a bill of, let us say, like 2,000 rupees. See, after 1 month, how much bill you are getting? 2,000 rupees for a company is it more? Of course, no, right? It is nothing. Maybe they are getting 20,000 rupees per month. Still, see, instead of spending 4 crore rupees, they are getting only 20,000 rupees as the bill every month. This is what cloud computing is all about. So cloud computing is the on-demand delivery of IT resources. Whatever IT resources you need, like servers, storage, networks, database, whatever you need in a IT infrastructure, everything we can take through online from a cloud provider, and we can pay money according to our usage. We can pay money according to our usage. For example, today you need 100 servers. So you can take 100 servers and you can pay money according to 100 servers. Suppose after 2 months, you need 150 servers. So your billing will come according to 150 servers. But after 6 months, suppose we need only 60 servers now. So we can simply delete the remaining servers. We can use only this 60 servers in our company. So according to our uses, we are paying money. This is cloud computing, my friend. Taking resources from some other company and running our applications is cloud computing. Instead of managing, maintaining everything in our local data center, we can simply go to the cloud provider, and the cloud provider will maintain everything for us, and we'll just run our application by creating a server there. Okay, I'll show you how simple it is actually. I'll just log in into my account here. This is my Amazon account. In coming classes, I'll show you how to create this account. So as of now, I'll just go and log in here. Oh, I'm already logged in actually, fine. So this is my account here, and there is an option called EC2 here. This is EC2. EC2 means actually a server. So right now, see, there are no servers running here. I'll just say launch instance here. I just want to show you how easy it is to create a server here. Let us say my web server. I'm just saying my web server, and see all the options are available here. Ubuntu OS, Microsoft OS, Red Hat OS, whichever OS you want to select, you can select that OS. I'll go with Ubuntu. This is very famous Linux flavor actually, Ubuntu. I'm selecting this. Then I can select my hardware, how much hardware I need. 1 GB RAM, 2 GB RAM, 4 GB RAM, whatever you need, you can select the hardware. And there is something called key here. I'll just go with this key. Okay, so I'm selecting some options here, and there are certain options I need to select here. No need to worry what I'm selecting as of now. All these things we will see in more details when we go with our classes. I just want to show you how easy it is to launch a server in our cloud. See, number of servers, how many you need? One. Suppose if I say 100 here, within next 2 minutes, maximum next 2 minutes, 100 servers will be ready for us. But where are those servers running? Are they running within the company? No, my friend, they are not running within the company. They are running over the cloud. They are running at some other data center. I will not go with 100 servers for sure. I'll just go with one server. I'll say launch server. See, I'm sitting in Hyderabad. From Hyderabad, I am creating a server in a place called North Virginia. North Virginia is available somewhere in USA. So my data center is in North Virginia now. North Virginia will be approximately 15,000 kilometers from my place. From Hyderabad till North Virginia, it will be around 15,000 kilometers. But see, within like 30 seconds, I have created my server. And this server, my web server is running. It is still showing pending here. Let me just refresh once. Done. My web server is running where? It is running in North Virginia. I can just go to this North Virginia. I can change my location to Mumbai, because in Mumbai also Amazon people have the data center. I can go to like Ireland. I can go to Paris. I can go to somewhere in Sydney. So they have the data centers in multiple locations. So as of now, I have selected North Virginia. So my server that I have created now is running in North Virginia data center. Here on one of the server, my virtual server is running. See, such a easy concept is this, such a beautiful concept is this. So just click on this connect option. I'll just go and select some option here. Please no need to worry what I'm doing here again. I'll explain you all these things in more details in coming classes. Let me just check what is the file I have selected here. All these things we will see, don't worry. Okay, I just selected my key here, right? So it is available here 7 a.m. Yeah. Okay, so I just need to right click here. There is something called git bash or putty. I can just paste something here, the key actually. I'm just saying S here. You know what happens here, friends? Actually, I am connected to my server. This server is running in Amazon data center, and this Amazon data center is located in North Virginia, which is in USA. See, what is the address here? IP address 172.16.1.54, right? Let me just show you the IP address here. This is your machine. Can you see the IP address 172.16.1.54? So I'm connected to the same machine by using the same IP address, right? So how much time it took me to create a server here, friends? Only like, 30 seconds or 40 seconds. I can say mkdir. I can make a folder with the name India. So if I say ls here, can you see the folder is created there? This is so easy, right? Now, if you want to bring a server, okay, take example of your laptop. Suppose you want to bring a laptop, you want to purchase a laptop. What you should do? You should just go to the market. You should look for the laptops, and you should like, see all the configurations. Then you should purchase the laptop, then install the OS, install the applications. Then your laptop is ready. So it will take a lot of time. Coming to server, it will take more time actually. It will take more time for a server to get ready. It will take more time for the server to like, we need to bring the server, install the OS, install the applications. It will take more time. You know what I can do? In next 5 minutes, or maybe in next 3 minutes, I can run a web server here. Read again. I have just created a server over the cloud, and I'm saying in next 3 minutes or 2 minutes, I can install a web server. I can install a web server, and you can access the web server from your machine. This will be so easy. This is what cloud computing is all about, my friend. Okay, so I need this server. I created the server. Now my work is over. So I can just select this server. I can go to instance state and I can just terminate the session. So the session will be terminated. The machine will be terminated. Terminated means I'm deleting the machine. So whenever you need a server, you can simply create a server or servers. Actually, it depends on your requirement. And when you need to delete the server, we can delete the server. If you need to increase the resources in server, like suppose increase the hard disk, we can increase the hard disk. If you want to decrease the hard disk, you can decrease the hard disk. If you want to remove some servers, we can remove some servers. If you want to add some servers, we can add some servers. So whatever you're doing, increasing, decreasing, according to your work, the billing will come. According to your work, the billing will come. Done. So my machine is terminated now. So once the machine is terminated, now there will not be any billing generated here. There will not be any billing generated here. This is what cloud computing is all about. Let me just revise everything again before I take questions from you. Your on-premise data center is like this. Let me show you on-premise data center first. This is your on-premise data center, my friend. It is very difficult to build a on-premise data center. This is a very small data center. It is not big actually, very small. But you can see clearly there are many, machines available here. There are many routers and switches and all those things. So it will take a lot of time to build this network. It will take a lot of time to maintain this network, troubleshoot. There are many things we have to do here. Okay. Now, if I go with some other network, say this person is troubleshooting here. He is connected to the network and he's just trying to troubleshoot here. So all these things we have to do, and the administrators are doing this for many decades now. But the concept of cloud computing has made administrators' life and the company's life a bit more easier. How administrator life is a bit more easier now? There is no need for us to worry about the data center. There is no need for us to worry about the hardware. Everything will be taken care by the cloud provider. That is one advantage. And how it is an advantage for a company? On day one, instead of spending huge amount of money, the company is not spending any money. The company will simply start using the resources first. Then whatever resources they use and how much resources they use, according to their usage, they will pay money. This is what the cloud computing will offer. And this is the reason why it is in so much in demand. Like suppose you want to start a website for your company. Let us say you have a small business and you cannot afford to take servers and routers and everything, right? What you can do, you can simply create an account in cloud and you can simply run your web server in cloud by paying minimum charges. That is the advantage we have. So cloud computing is a concept used by small companies, medium companies, as well as the biggest companies. Okay. Suppose imagine a scenario. We are in the year 2014. Like 2014 is when, like 8 years before, right? I'm not talking about like 100 years before. I'm just saying 2014. In the year 2014, my friend, if you have asked me a question, like where are the web servers running? Where are the email servers running? When you go to internet, you are connected to many servers, right? So if you have asked me the question like where are the web servers running, I would have said like 90% web servers are running on physical servers. That would have been my answer in the year 2014. Now today, if you ask me this question again, like where are the web servers running? I will say 80%, approximately 80% servers are running on virtual servers. 80% web servers are running on virtual server. What is a virtual server? A virtual server is a server that is created on the cloud provider. A virtual server is a server that is created at the cloud provider end. Just now we created a server, my web server, that is a virtual server. So say within these 6 to 7 years or 8 years, how many things have changed? 10 years before, most of the servers were running on physical machines. Most of the applications or web servers, they were running on the physical machine. But today, in the year 2020, majority of servers are running on virtual servers. So normally you go and say www.netflix.com. Where exactly Netflix is running? It is running on a virtual server actually. It is not running on a physical machine. You go and select www.facebook.com. Where they are running? Is it running on a physical server? No, they are running on virtual servers. So in coming years, it will go up to like 100%, or at least 97 to 98%. So each and every company is moving their infrastructure from physical infrastructure to the virtual infrastructure, or I can say cloud infrastructure. And the reasons are well known for us now. One is they can save a lot of money. Okay. And we have the other advantages like, scalability. Anytime we can increase and decrease the resources. Then we have pay as you use model. How much we pay, that much we have to use. Then we have some other options like, security. There is more security over the cloud compared to our data, which is there in our company. So these are some of the advantages we have in cloud. There are many more advantages that we will see in coming sessions, but as of now, these are the advantages. So what is cloud computing here, friend? Cloud computing is a concept of using IT resources over the internet from a third party or from some other company. So instead of maintaining the local infrastructure, we can go with this cloud providers. So what Amazon says here, Amazon says cloud computing is your on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. Now listen, instead of buying, owning, and maintaining physical data centers and servers, you can access technology services such as computing power, storage, and database on an as-needed basis from a cloud provider like Amazon Web Services. This is a very simplified definition. It says everything. Whatever we have discussed in last 15 minutes or 50 minutes actually, everything is there in this particular definition. Instead of buying, owning, and maintaining physical data centers. Buying, owning, and maintaining physical data centers will cost a company huge amount of money. So instead of doing all these things, what we can do, we can just take an internet connection. We can connect to the data centers of Amazon and we can run our applications there. The end user has no idea. Like I said, you connected to Netflix or Flipkart or YouTube or Google, but you have no idea whether these services are running on a physical machine or a virtual machine. It doesn't matter to me if the YouTube is running on a physical machine or a virtual machine. It doesn't matter to me if the Gmail server is running on a physical machine or a virtual machine. What matters to me, I should access my Gmail account every time. I should access the YouTube whenever I need. I should access the Facebook server whenever I need. That is what matters to me. So as a cloud provider or as a cloud administrator, your responsibility is to maintain the servers that you are running over the cloud infrastructure. So that is the first question we have seen. Don't worry, the next two questions will take only 5 to 7 minutes. But as of now, I hope you know what is cloud computing. So the chat box is open. You can send your queries and questions and everything. So meanwhile, I'll just go to the second question here. Who can learn cloud computing? Okay, cloud computing is looking very good. There is huge scope in cloud computing. Everything is looking fine. But the question here is, who are eligible to learn cloud computing? You know, for some jobs, there are certain pre-requirements. Like suppose, can I become a doctor today? No, I am from IT background. I cannot become a doctor here, right? So there is, to become a doctor, you need some science background. You should have some proper background. Then only you can become a doctor, right? But coming to cloud computing, my friend, if you are a fresher, you just finish your master's or bachelor's or whatever, you're 100% eligible to learn cloud computing. If I say there are no pre-requirements to learn cloud computing, I'm not incorrect here. Of course, there are no pre-requirements, but still, you know, if you know these concepts, like these concepts, if you know the Windows and Linux operating system, if you know the networking concepts like IP addressing and protocols and all those things, and there is something called virtualization, if you know this virtualization concept, then you are 100% eligible to learn cloud computing. So what I'll do here is, before I directly jump into the cloud computing concepts, I'll cover all the basics that are needed for us. See, I have 14 plus years of working experience, hands-on experience on Windows servers, Linux servers, networking like CCNA, CCNP, CCI. I have experience on virtualization. So I have experience on all these things actually. So I know what is needed for us to understand cloud computing from Windows and Linux server. I know what is needed for us to understand cloud computing from networking. I know what we have to learn from virtualization so that we can understand cloud computing. So these are the topics I have added from my side actually. So to understand cloud computing in the best possible way, what we have to do, we need to simply learn some basics. So all the bases I have already added here. All the bases I have already added here. Okay, so once you know these basics, it will be very easy for us to go to it. It will be very easy for you to understand the concepts of cloud computing. Got it? So if someone says there are no pre-requirements for cloud computing, they are not 100% correct actually. So there are certain pre-requirements we have. There are certain prerequisites you should know. So once you do these prerequisites or once you finish those pre-requirements, then you're 100% eligible to learn the cloud computing concept. So all these things we are going to cover here. That is the one thing. Okay. And coming to the last question, what about jobs? Remember I told you at the beginning of the session, when you see any survey for last 4 or 5 years and hopefully for many more years to come, one of the job that is available every time in every survey is on cloud computing. So there is no need for me to show like, okay, these jobs are available here, these jobs are available there. No, all over the globe, my friend, cloud computing is something which is in highly demand. And it will be in demand for many more years to come. Requirement is more and there are very few people who can work on this cloud computing. So once you finish your course, you will be in a position to prepare your, you'll be in a position to face your interview. You'll be in a position to work as an administrator. At that level, we are reaching. We are starting from very basics, from very scratch up to the advanced level. Done. So these are the 3 questions I was supposed to discuss with you. And hopefully I have addressed all the 3 questions. So we know what is cloud computing now, and we know who can learn cloud computing, and jobs are obviously available anywhere on cloud computing. Okay, so there is a question here like course content which we cover. Course content, hopefully I'll discuss in more details in coming classes, hopefully tomorrow or after tomorrow. But as of now, this is a course content we have. I'm not sharing a course content as of now. If you can come tomorrow, please, I'll share more details about course content. I'll go a bit deeper into cloud computing first, and then I'll share more details of course content by tomorrow. So this is the course content we have. Everything is added here. And whatever we have in this course content, we will discuss each and everything. Let me just add some more things here. The duration is actually for 45 days. Okay. And each class is actually recorded. Each and every class is recorded, and the recorded classes will be shared with you. Okay. Every day. Starting 2 to 3 recorded classes will be there on YouTube. I'll share the link of that YouTube channel. So starting 2 to 3 classes will be there on YouTube. But after the 3rd class, the classes will be shared only with the people who register for the course. So you can come tomorrow also without paying anything. So you can just come and you can get through all the details. Then you can decide to continue at this time or to continue with any other time, whatever. So as of now, this class is recorded and the other classes will be recorded. Till the last day, the classes will be recorded. Okay. Now that is the one thing. And what are the other advantages you have? See, whenever you learn any technology or any course from a trainer in a live session, the best advantage you have is the question answer session. Instead of simply watching some recorded classes, if you are attending the classes with a trainer, the live classes, you have the opportunity to clear each and every doubt. Got it? So that option is always available. Like I said, your chat box will be always available. And in case if you want to just, talk to me directly, you can unmute yourself and you can talk to me directly at any given time. But in most of the cases, it is better we go with the chat box. Okay, so anyhow, duration is like 45 days and the recorded classes will be there, like 2 to 3 recorded classes will be there on YouTube, and the other recorded classes will be shared with only the registered people. And fee for this is only 5,000 Indian rupees, including your basics, including your classes, as well as including your recorded classes. There are no special charges or separate charges for like recorded classes. In case if you miss one class for some reason, before you come for the next class, you can go through the recorded session and you can just come for the next class. Okay, so recorded classes in each and everything is offered in this fee only. So this is the duration and these are the things you should remember. Okay, so if there is any other question, any other doubt or any other thing you want to say or ask, please, this is the time for you. I'm done from my side. I'll be here for like some more time only for you. So we can hopefully clear each and everything and then we can stop the session.
Hi, Shakeel. Here is Praveen.
Yeah, Praveen, please go ahead.
So I have one question. So I'm able to see that. So in that the word format, what we are going to be learning here.
Yeah.
Everywhere it was mentioned as AWS. Might be it will be comes under Amazon Web Service. I mean, like that. Correct? Amazon only.
Yeah.
I'm hearing that so most of the companies, even my company is also the people are so expecting from us to learn the Azure. Azure is also will be comes under the cloud computing. Is that right?
Exactly.
Might be so it is maintained by the Microsoft, if I'm not wrong.
Exactly. That is what I have said here, right? See?
And so might be so here we are going to be learning. Here is the generic way I got to know the introduction way. So I was written it is a cloud computing. Might be to be learn the Azure as well as Amazon Web Service like that, or only the Amazon Web Service.
Okay, it's a good question. Please listen carefully. What we have discussed today is about cloud computing only. Done. We have discussed only about cloud computing. Now, in cloud computing, there are many companies that will offer you cloud computing services. One of the companies, Amazon, then the other one is Microsoft, then Google, and like this, we have many more companies. So in cloud computing, we are learning about the Amazon services. We are not in this course, we are not learning about Microsoft or Google. We are learning about the Amazon services, cloud computing provided by Amazon. Now, the question here is some companies are asking Microsoft also. Some companies are even asking Google also, or some companies are even asking, like suppose say IBM or Cisco or Citrix. There is also a possibility, right? Now, why we are learning AWS? Because out of all these companies, according to survey, I'll show the survey hopefully tomorrow or after tomorrow, around 45% companies all over the globe, they are going with the Amazon services. Maybe Praveen, suppose if I go with your question, maybe in your company, maybe it is Microsoft requirement as of now, maybe. But you know, if I go with this survey, all over the globe, 45% market share is of Amazon. That is a huge number, my friend, because see who are the competitors for Amazon? Microsoft, Google, HP, IBM, these are like very big companies, right? So still, if Amazon is holding around 45% of market share, that is a very huge achievement. Now, why it is holding that much share actually? Because the services that is providing, the resources that it is providing, that sort of services or that sort of resources are not provided by any other company. So actually Amazon is one and the second is Microsoft, but there is a distance between Amazon and Microsoft is something like this. I can say, yeah.
So I have another basic question. So even I'm also going to be do the certification for this AWS right now in my company. So they are going to be providing for us. So basically, I'm working for right now Coforge Private Limited. Okay, I think so. Azure is for Microsoft and the AWS is for Amazon. What about this Google?
Google is like JCP. They have their own certification that is called JCP actually. GCP, Google Cloud Platform.
Okay. I haven't heard this so much of the time.
No, that is a third famous actually. There are certain places where it is more famous compared to Microsoft.
Okay, I have another question. So when I am working for the Capgemini, I did I got an opportunity to work for Pivotal Cloud Computing. So we have used it around 1.5 years when I am working for Capgemini. Whether it will be Pivotal means that then it will be comes under the Pivotal organization or any other company. So this is out of curiosity I am asking this. If you have any...
It depends. It depends on that company's policies actually. Maybe they are providing the same services. Maybe they are with third party.
At that time, I was heard that so it was around 2017, 2018. In that, I was heard that at that time, even my knowledge is also very less. I was heard like that it is a free of cost. I think just like that, whenever we'll be going to be purchased, first we will be look for whether it is open source or not. In that concept itself, at that time, I was heard that. Even Amazon Web Services is they are going to be charging for some they will be charged some money, but Pivotal is not going to be charged some money.
See. Amazon is actually free. See, when I
Yeah,
say, when you see the terminology free, that is actually a marketing strategy actually. Free means everything will not be free, my friend. You know, Amazon also offers you many services for free for 1 year.
I agree. Because at that time, even my knowledge is also very less at that time. So right, so when I'm also going through this the AWS course, so at that time only I got to know how much you are going to be utilizing the servers. Then for that purpose only we are going to be paying the money. So that is the line now. That is only the statement I was read from that the statement. So that is only thing.
Okay.
My questions are. I hope so.
Yeah. Any other question, Praveen?
As of now, no.
Okay, fine. So see, whenever you see something is free, it is free for like certain time actually. You know, Microsoft server operating systems are also free, but they are free only for like 6 months.
Yes, be honest. Okay. By that reason only I was mentioned. So exactly that is the period of time. It is the 2017, 2018. At that time, so I was heard like that only. Even I don't know the reality.
Yeah. See, before this batch, before our batch, I had a batch at 8:30. In that 8:30 batch today, I discussed about the pricing model. Pricing model means how much money they will charge from us for this machine or for that machine or for this configuration or for that configuration. It took me one session to go through all the pricing models, because as a cloud administrator, you should be having that knowledge. You should aware of all the pricing models, all the pricing things that they are charging from us. We simply cannot take unnecessary any XYZ machine, and we simply cannot use that machine. If you're using any XYZ machine, then charges will be like high.
If you will permit, I will ask you another question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So when I'm going through those videos, so I got to know like that some jobs are they were mentioned something architect level or like that only. Even I forgot the name.
Yeah, solution architect.
Yeah, exactly. I was solution architect something. I was forgot that. So sorry to say in this moment. So whether it will be, for suppose it is a software architect something.
Solution architect.
I think it is a cloud architect something. Just imagine. So for the
okay.
Whether so we should have to be work from our Coforge, or we should have to be select this job in the Amazon or the Microsoft like that.
No. The jobs are available in Amazon and Microsoft, that is for sure. But any XYZ company.
Yes.
Any XYZ company, they are moving their infrastructure into cloud. So they need a person who can manage the infrastructure in cloud. It's not like you're working in Amazon and Microsoft. So if you get a job in Amazon and Microsoft, then it is like, great for your career for sure. But I'm saying let us say a hospital like, I'm just giving a rough example here. Let us say a hospital like Apollo. This is one of the most famous hospital in Hyderabad or in India, right? Suppose imagine these people wants to move their servers, their database, their everything into the cloud. So what they do, they will call me. For example, they will say, listen, Mr. Shakeel, we have this infrastructure. We want to move this infrastructure in cloud. So we are hiring you. So what I do as a cloud administrator in Apollo Hospital, I'll just migrate my local infrastructure, my local database into cloud, and I'll be maintaining everything over the cloud.
I mean, the answer is very, very perfect.
Done. So any company, yeah.
That was so. That is only the questions. Might be I think I must steal your time.
Okay, fine, no issues. So any other questions from anyone, please? See, cloud computing jobs are available at any city, any country, anywhere on the face of the earth. Wherever or whichever business has a computer setup. I took the example of hospital, or it can be a shopping mall, it can be a bank. Don't feel like only MNCs, only multinational companies. Of course, multinational companies, servers will be there and all these things will be there, but servers are there in every other company, right? So all these people, they are saying, instead of maintaining this data, why I took the example of Apollo Hospital? Because 2018-19, I was visiting Apollo for some other reason. So whenever I used to go to any Apollo branch, especially there is a branch in Hyderabad, it's a big branch. I have seen the data center. I have seen that server infrastructure. They have like many servers and many routers and switches. So there was a time the cloud computing was like coming into peak, but still that time also they were using the physical infrastructure. So I'm not saying like they have already moved into cloud. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like, okay, instead of maintaining everything locally, they might have moved into cloud, or they can move into cloud in future. Okay, there is one more question coming here. Do we require any coding programming language? Answer is, as of now, Naresh, answer is no. For cloud administration job, there is no need for you to know any programming or coding, but it will be great for your career, my friend, if you go with, if you learn Python. In coming years, hopefully it will help you a lot. In coming years, in a way, it will be a bit mandatory for you to learn Python. Python is something that you try to learn. Okay, but as of now, like I said, as of now, not needed. Yeah, thanks a lot, Praveen. Thanks for your message, and hopefully things will be much better in coming sessions. So this was the class. This was like very basic of our cloud computing, my friends. So in coming 2-3 classes, hopefully we'll just go a bit deeper into cloud computing. See what is cloud computing, advantages and disadvantages. Till here, everything is about cloud computing. Then we are entering into AWS. So whatever we discussed till here, this is same for Amazon or Microsoft or Google or HP or IBM or any XYZ cloud provider. Okay, so we will discuss about cloud computing in general first. Then we will see about one cloud provider, that is Amazon Web Services. Why it is famous? There are many reasons why it is at the #1 position for last 10 years, and it will be at #1 position for many more years to come. There are certain reasons. So those things we will see hopefully in coming sessions. So as of now, this was the session. Yeah, anyone else?
Any prerequisites for this continuing this course? So presently I'm using my laptop. Any prerequisites for that? Any just like the RAM size like that?
See, if you have a laptop, see nowadays, if I say a laptop with minimum 4 GB RAM is there, I'm not correct. I'm not incorrect, right? Every person has minimum 4 GB RAM. So you just need a working machine with 4 GB RAM, and then you need some internet connection. That's it. Obviously, you're connected to the session through internet, but still you need a working internet connection and 4 GB RAM. And the next thing you need here is you need AWS account. So in coming classes, I'll show you how to create the AWS account. I just log in through my account today. I just showed you that account, but in coming classes, we will see how to create the AWS account and how to use the free account. Can you see here it is showing as free tier eligible? So I'll show all these things in coming class. After maybe like 4 or 5 classes, we will go till that level. Here it is there, Amazon account creation, that is free.
My question is simple. That is, so right now I'm using the Windows operating system.
No issues, no issues. Any Windows machine or any Windows OS, we just need a working machine with internet connection in AWS account. You can do all the practicals there. This is the console you will get actually. Okay, yeah. They have many services here and all those things. So we can just move here and there and we can just do the configurations.
I was got it. So when I am okay.
So once you do your job, it's better you sign out. So I'll just sign out from my account as of now. Okay, fine. So anything else from any other person? Actually, it's a big lengthy session today. I was not expecting that much time. But anyhow, everyday classes will be there for 1 hour to 1 hour 15 minutes, and each and every class will be a recorded class for sure. And 2-3 recorded classes will be available on YouTube. DURGASOFT has a YouTube channel, so there it will be available. After that, the classes will be shared only with the registered people. Okay, so that's it, friend. That's it for today. So hopefully see you again tomorrow at same time, 10:30 a.m. and hopefully we'll just go a bit deeper tomorrow about the cloud computing concept. So it will take at least 2-3 classes for us to know all the details of cloud computing. So do not expect to learn everything in one session. Please just try to come tomorrow again. Hopefully we'll just go in a bit deeper way. Then things will be more easier for you. So as of now, thanks again for joining and very good luck for your careers. See you tomorrow again at same time. Bye.